So I've seen a lot of vegan matcha brownies on Instagram as of late, and I thought that I would give it a go. A lot of these recipes actually have cocoa butter on top mixed with the green tea, and I personally find that just somewhat a tad rich. And I sort of like my top layers, especially for like cakes and brownies, to be more of like a frosting, something much softer. So I'm going to be using coconut whipped cream today along with the matcha, and I think that you guys will find that the flavor is actually a little bit nicer because it's a little bit more delicate. You can taste the matcha a little bit more compounded with that nice chocolate fudgy brownie underneath. So I can't wait to show you guys this recipe, so let's head over to the kitchen and then let's get started. Alrighty kitties, so we're going to start off with a fairly simple vegan brownie mix. In here I have some flour, cocoa powder, sugar, baking powder, salt, and then a little bit of instant coffee granules. Recipe is going to be down below. I just mix that all around, and then I like to put in some chocolate chips into this. So half a cup of vegan chocolate chips, and I just think it makes the brownie just all the more decadent. And then because this is going to be a fairly fudgy brownie, so fats are going to be involved. I have a half cup of earth balance, but you can substitute that for some vegetable oil. And then this is 2 flax eggs. So I have 2 tablespoons of ground up flax seeds, and I mix that with about 6 tablespoons of water, and then that just helps bind everything together, and it functions very much as an egg. And then that's really all that is. You just whisk that all together. It turns into a fairly thick brownie mix, so you might want to just use a spatula for it. So here I have, I think it's like an 8x8 pan that I have greased, and then also put parchment paper down below, and then you just want to spread that all over and make sure to move from the center out and make sure that the brownie mix is touching the side. So this goes into a 350-degree oven, and I bake that for, I would say, about 25 to about 30 minutes. And I like my brownies nice and fudgy and not overly cooked. So once you take that out, you want to just put that aside, let it cool, and then actually probably even stick it into the freezer before you're about to frost it, because it's going to help you cut. It's going to look a lot better that way. So this is a brownie that I've taken out of the pan and I've actually put in the freezer for about an hour. And then now we're going to make that whipped topping. So I've decided to use coconut non-dairy Cool Whip, and this stuff is actually pretty good. It's pretty similar to the real stuff, and I kind of like it just because it's pre-sweetened and ready to go. So I'm going to take out about a half a tub, and I made sure to put this guy into the freezer before I work with it because it has a tendency to be a little bit runny when it's either at room temperature or even stored in the refrigerator. So to that I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of matcha powder, and then I'm just going to whisk that around, and you'll find that the consistency reminds you a lot of kind of soft serve ice cream. So just mix that around up until the matcha is all mixed. Afterwards, you just want to put this guy right on top of the brownie, and then use an offset spatula to kind of spread it out just from the center out. And you don't have to worry about it too much because later on we're going to be dusting it with a little bit of additional matcha powder. So here we go, sprinkle, sprinkle, just dust that throughout. I find that the additional matcha powder really helps to amp up the flavor. And I don't know about the matcha powders that you buy, but I am for sure thinking that, obviously the folks on Instagram definitely amp up the saturation a bit, or, maybe even add a little bit of food coloring, because for the most part, my matcha green tea powders are always kind of like lightly green. Maybe I'm not getting the right one, but still the end result is excellent, and you end up getting these super fudgy brownies with like little bits of chocolate chips in between, and it's perfect eaten frozen, or if you want to, just eating it at room temperature as is. Anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed this recipe. As usual, if you want to see more recipes like this, remember to hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you guys again next time. Bye!